Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. My name is Ginger Snaps and we are getting into a little different game today. It's a game called Her Story. I've played other games by this dev, I think. And it's been in my queue for a while, but I've decided that now is the time, now is the place, now we're gonna do it. And I've been holding this one off for a while, but I'm glad to jump back into some other kinds of games that we've never played. I have a huge list of games that I would like to play for the channel, but I thought we'd mix it up a little bit and get into something a little different. So let's check out Her Story. This piano music is beautiful. Oh, I don't like the sound of that tape player though. Ooh. You're logged in as guest search terms murder. Oh my god. Four entries found. As a guest, I'm guessing this is a case number, DB344A. User tags blank.
You think it's murder? I mean, clearly it's murder. What can I do to help? Yeah, that's me. But February, I mean, that was months ago. What's that got to do with Simon's murder?
Interesting.
I didn't murder Simon. You've got it wrong. You've got the wrong person.
These are all just clips.
I'd like to speak to a lawyer now. Please. You have no murder weapon. You have nothing. And all these stories we've been telling each other, just that. Stories.
Oh, that's history. Oh, I can type. Yeah, that's murder weapon. Ho! 61 entries found, access limited to first 5 entries.
Simon Smith. He works at Ernst Brothers Glass. They do windows, all kinds of glass. Simon does the more special work, mirror making, feature windows, artistic things, really beautiful things.
I can put tags. Oh.
Simon is 6 foot, darkish blonde hair, average build. He's clean shaven. If his beard grows, it goes ginger, so he shaves it. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with ginger hair. I bought a photo. They said a spring photo. This was taken last year on holiday in Rome. It's the best one I have.
It says description.
It's the Rockington Arms, the Rock. It's run by a nice couple, Peter and Susan. There's some other regulars there that Simon likes to drink with, and the barmaid they're having sometimes, Helen. Peter said Simon had been in and had a few drinks.
I'm just putting notes in because I don't know.
Yes, there's an Amstrad one. No one uses it for very much. There's a printer so you can write letters on it. Simon sometimes plays games, you know, climb the tower, save the princess, that kind of thing.
Mm.
Simon isn't the type to run off or do anything crazy. Someone must have done something to him, or there must have been some kind of accident. So what do we do next?
I don't know what to do with that one. What was this again? What was his last name? I don't
Simon Smith.
quite know what we're doing. But I think we're just trying to piece things together. Okay.
No, not drugs. I mean, he drinks, but never very much. He goes to the pub and has one or two. Sometimes we go together. He drinks wine with food, but no, he doesn't have any kind of drinking problem.
No drugs, social drinker.
He saw me singing one of my shows. Pure chance. Not sure I remember what he was even doing there. Afterwards, I had a drink at the bar and he came over and we got talking. I knew who he was. Obviously I knew who he was. But he didn't know who I was. He was fascinated by the likeness. He guessed my name from my tattoo. Told me it was a palindrome, like that would impress me. I enjoyed talking to him. It was amazing to be able to sit and interact and talk to him after all this time. He didn't tell me he was married. I'm not sure what he was thinking. He
Married.
later told me it was like he was dreaming. A waking dream.
A dream.
When beautiful people died, we always felt like it was a sign. You remember Princess Grace? Grace Kelly? She died in a car crash the year before we met Simon. We used a Ouija board to speak to her, and that gave us the power to find him. That's what we thought then. That people who died tragically leave some kind of magic behind. We used to share dreams. We used to wake up and write them down in our diaries immediately and compare them.
Twin sisters?
Twins? Really? Are you really asking me that question?
She had such a weird reaction to the twins question.
Are you out of your mind? Twins?
Oh.
Florence took me home with her. Mother hadn't been expecting twins and had a healthy baby. I guess she was just happy for Florence to clean up,
Florence.
take away the evidence that this was anything but a happy occasion.
So she's got a twin, and it was unplanned, unknown. Well, watch this last one, and then we're gonna type in Florence.
There were always princes and princesses. They were the special people, more important than the other characters in their stories. We knew we were like that. Twins. Magical. We were the princesses. We had a poster of Princess Diana from the newspaper up in our attic. Had a pride of place. And underneath we used to put all our special things. When her engagement was announced, we were obsessed with everything she did. And later, when her life went so bad, we felt for her. Her divorce last year just kind of drew a line under things.
Okay. Oh, we have more videos about Florence.
Across the road, where my parents first lived there, was a midwife called Florence. When Hannah was born,
Hannah.
I was born at the same time. The midwife was there to help. I'd been throttled by the cord, probably wrapped around my neck by Hannah. The midwife told my mother I was dead. But I wasn't. She wrote all this stuff in a diary. Amazing what people will admit to on paper. Florence raised me in her home. I never left it. She kept me out of sight.
Wow.
It wasn't odd for people to see a midwife with a baby, carrying in supplies, washing nappies, that sort of thing. I never knew any different. I grew up looking out of my window and seeing her across the road. I thought it was like a reflection in the mirror. She was me.
When I'm piecing things together, this is almost exactly how I do things and phrase things and write things, and it's just so weird. But it ticks in my brain. 1 minute and 24 seconds. This one's longer.
Florence was a warm, kind person. But she was broken, I guess.
Yeah, she kidnapped a
When I
baby.
found her diary, I also found a biscuit tin with other stuff in it. Older papers, letters, that kind of thing. Her story wasn't there. I never really spoke to her about it. I was far too young to really understand, I guess. I just put it together later, once I was older. She had loved children, planned to have a large family, but her husband died in the war. And that's
Sad.
why when you married for life, she never felt like she could marry again. Isn't that strange? She was a widow from her 20s. But, I mean, I guess it was different then. You know, you married for life and she felt she could never marry again. I guess it was harder, a war widow. One of the dead. I don't know, maybe there was more to it than that. I don't really know.
Interesting.
No. It was just me and her. Eve was the name they were going to call their first child.
Eve.
They talked about it and were going to try when he came back. Florence's family had a history of firstborn girls, so they were convinced it was going to be a girl. It's hard to know if this is all true. These are stories I remember that I read when I was a child. Maybe I misread, maybe I misunderstood. Sometimes it's hard to remember what happened last week.
Preach it. Eve. So what does Eve give us? I'm sorry? 7 entries.
Well, my friend Eve. I mean, she was a friend from when I was a kid. And she was always more popular with the boys, and I used to hate her for it. I mean, really hate her sometimes. Yes. We'd fight.
She's married.
We fought on the beach once, and I held Eve's head underwater.
Oof.
There was no one else around. It was at the far end of the beach, and I held her head under, and I kept it under.
Yikes.
For a moment, I just wanted to kill her and watch her drown. But that was it. It was just a moment. We made up after. It was a love-hate relationship.
Almost killed Eve in the ocean. Man, we're just getting the main players. And,
A police station. Yeah. When I was young. We ran away on my birthday.
Bob again.
Dylan was playing in London, and we thought we could break into his tour bus and have him take us with him. The taxi driver we paid to drop us off. I mean, we'd saved money, pinched a bit here and there to pay for the fare. He was suspicious because we were so young, so he told the police.
Runaway. 2 people.
What are you doing talking about Eve?
Is that Morse code? Call in response. Tapping. Wants to hide Eve. Or Simon. Interesting. And this is another video about Eve.
My mother called me Eve.
My mother called me Eve. Another woman. Mother called me Eve. Interesting. Okay, so let's go back to Simon. Who Simon is. Let's add it to the session. Add to session. Let's see what this does. Because this seems like it all strings together. I'm gonna go and quit session and see what happens. Oh, that's just the pause menu. Okay, I get it. Drink, dream, Florence. What was said about Florence? Let's do married. Oh. We have some different interviews. Or different sections of interviews.
There's married couple stuff. A stupid argument. Nothing specific. No one knows how to push your buttons better than those you're close to.
To Simon. So Hannah was married to Simon. But Eve is the twin sister. Oh my god, computer technology. Oh, I've... Introduction to Logic Database. Computer technology is the backbone of modern police work. The Logic Database is one of the many continuing efforts to digitize our workflow and preserve evidence in a manner that will allow you to work more efficiently. In the coming years, a computer will continue to be the most valuable item in your crime-fighting toolkit. This database contains footage transferred from the existing homicide and serious crime tape archive at Portsmouth. It's been automatically stored using our ASR technology. Each statement made by the interview participants is stored separately so that they can be tagged for submission to court. The audio has been digitally stenographed, and the content of the testimony is attached to each clip. To retrieve a clip, type a word, e.g. robbery, into the search field. Click search, and the database will return all clips to which the speaker uses the word. To narrow down the search, use multiple words. If you're working from a printed transcript, you can be even more precise. Use inverted commas to search for an exact match against the entire statement, e.g., yes, I was there. To store a clip for later reference, click add to session. Also, if you're wish to add additional tags of your own to help future searches, please click the user tags box and type in your desired tags. For further assistance, please contact your department's information technology representative. Police Information Technology Organization. Really read me. Hey, here's the database. I filed a Freedom of Information form to get your guest access. Everything seems to work. They transferred the videos off the original tapes in 1999, and then the Y2K thing hit and they got mothballed. No one has touched them since. I couldn't find the server with the detective's footage on. Possibly those tapes got damaged when the old archives were flooded in 97. I figured this would be enough. Take your time. Southeast Consulinary. Oh. Interesting.
Mum and Dad had never had any reason to notice. They were always busy. If Hannah was eating a lot, they didn't mind. She didn't put on any weight. That girl has a healthy appetite. If they heard us talking in the attic, they just thought it was Hannah playing one of her games. and that Eve was our imaginary friend. Once, she was already up and dressed and ready to go to school, and I snuck down for a piss. Mum saw me in my underwear, she went mad. Get dressed this instant! So I ducked into our bedroom, and seconds later, out came Hannah, dressed and ready. My mum was amazed.
Oh, we've got a new interview. Actually, I'm curious. I'm filling in the database. Okay.
Okay. There's a girl and she's staring out of the window. She's sad. She's trapped. She's here. She's looking out the window because her mother won't let her out.
We have a new interview and we also have some older stuff.
It's Rapunzel. The story starts when she's born. Mother Gothel, a witch, takes Rapunzel from her parents and keeps her locked up in this tower. Rapunzel gets pregnant by the prince, and Mother Gothel is furious, so she cuts off her hair and throws it. Actually, her hair's already short here, so that's already happened. So she throws her into the wilderness, and Rapunzel is reunited with the prince, who's blind, but she kills him with her tears, and so it's a happy ending. Is that too much?
I just got an achievement. It's a happy ending. Rapunzel? I don't know how to spell Rapunzel. Don't at me. So what I've sussed out. Mirror game hack. Or there was a man murdered and his name is Simon, but we're trying to piece it together and finding the search terms and adding things and interesting. Now there's hack.info, lunchtime gaming, cracks with class, the mirror game. Okay. I kind of get what's happening. Interesting. Okay. I get it. I think. Okay, we'll come back to these. It's also confusing. But we're just going to keep looking.
I would have been a good mother. I was young, but I would have been a good mother. She was a girl, by the way, the baby. We were going to call her Sarah.
Sarah.
Simon wanted to call her Ava after his nana, but I didn't want her to have a symmetrical name.
Sarah and Ava, so pregnant?
Well, she wasn't my real mother, but she raised me. Do you want to hear the story?
Yes.
It's a real life fairy tale.
Huh. I mean, I know we know this, but... Sarah. It's just these original videos of Simon. The other one I wanted to search was tattoo. Because she mentioned a tattoo.
No, he doesn't have any tattoos. He has a scar down here near his stomach, past his hip. Cut himself with some glass. That was before, a long time ago. He looks just like the photo. He's not got his glasses on here though. He takes them off with the camera. But he needs them to see properly, you know. He has to read a newspaper or a menu in a restaurant. Not book so much, or watching TV. He likes TV. Oh, my tattoo. I got it to express my individuality. It's an apple and a snake.
Expressing my individuality achievement. Interesting. So... Hannah, no tat. Eve, tat.
So I moved out. Got a small bed sit. Got my tattoo to mark the occasion. I was singing in a bar in the evenings, so I had some money, enough money to cover my rent. And I've been doing something similar ever since. I haven't put down any roots. I don't exist.
Travels no real roots. There was something else I was gonna search from that. Job pulled up something. We're pulling in some good stuff. One volume missing.
So, it was Friday evening. We had an argument. He left. On Saturday, he didn't come back. I waited all day. He was supposed to go help Eric out with something on the Saturday afternoon.
Eric?
He didn't show. So Eric was ringing on the phone. I checked at the Rock, that's our local. They said they'd seen him on the Friday night, but not since. He still wasn't back this morning. It just isn't like him at all. Still not back by dinner time. It's getting dark again. So I decided to come and see you. His parents haven't heard anything either.
So he's missing at this point. Missing the Rock. Eric. Who's a friend.
Yeah, when I was at school. I worked part-time in the front shop.
So no tattoo here.
It's sort of an extended family thing. My dad used to work there, my mum worked there before I was born. I took care of paperwork, filing, typing out invoices, that kind of thing. It was a good job for a girl back then. I didn't work a till or anything though. I was quite shy, so I wouldn't have liked to have worked a till.
Same thing about the job.
I got a job to contribute, you know. Doug knew someone and I got a job as a dinner lady
Doug?
at primary school. They said it didn't matter if I could cook or not, just don't poison the kids. So you see, it's always been complicated between me and Simon. It's never just been the two of us. There's always been pressure.
Tense relationship. Who's Doug?
And the Glaziers. I worked there some weekends and Simon had a part-time job there too. That was Eric's generosity. He was always good at helping out other people's children.
There's Eric again.
Simon was quiet, more thoughtful than the other boys. Even then, he had a sense of craftsmanship. Wasn't always rushing stuff. Boys that age are just running around like headless chickens most of the time. Yeah. Plus, he had that look. He looked like a fairy tale prince from one of my books.
Simon did job at Eve's work. Booked by Eric? I don't know who this Eric guy is. Bothersome.
Hannah had a miscarriage.
Miscarriage.
This was late in the pregnancy and it left her infertile. Felt like the universe had corrected its course. We were aligned again. But Hannah and Simon were still living with his parents. They were married. Simon had a job at the Glaziers now. Eric had given him a full-time position after he left school. And then...
Huh. Miscarriage. So we've got a big chunk of things found. And we've got some things to go back and search, but for now, we're gonna call this one here. This one's gonna take a few videos, I think, but the story is intriguing. I know I didn't talk much, but when I get sucked in and there's a riddle to solve and a puzzle to solve and a mystery, I just get focused. I'd be interested to see what everything means. But until then, I will see you in the next video. If you like games like this, let me know. If you guys have any suggestions for games, let me know down below. But until then, be good to yourself, be good to others. Bye.